In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the WText widget in Komodo Edit. At least this is going to be the first tutorial. There's much to cover in a lot of these widgets in the widget library. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to create a new project, and you can put this anywhere. Mine is under the projects library that I created, and under the projects folder. I'm going to create a brand new folder called WText. Name the project the same thing. Add the extension. I'm going to add a Widget project. Open our source file. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is add the WText widget header file. And basically a WText, based on their documentation, is all it does is display plain text, XHTML. As you can see, the default text format is XHTML text, and this is from their documentation. You can display plain text. So for example, looking at this example right here, if you wanted to display, for example, well, let me see if I can go down. If you want to display just plain text and you want to display HTML tags in the browser without it being rendered, you could just make the format plain text, and then you can display all your HTML information in the browser to your user or to your users. And if you look at the Widget Gallery, it says it's the primary means of displaying information in the user interface. And as you can tell from my examples, that's exactly what I've been using. I mean, you could also use the label if you wanted to. And it says it displays it as either a span tag or a div tag. And we've been using the Widget string, and it can be encoded as a UTF-8, which is like a C++ string or even a C string. It also supports localization. I'll show you how to pull information from an XML file using the Widget string TR function, and they have some examples again in the widget library. In my example, since all I've been doing is just talking about it, I'm just going to show you a simple example, and we're going to create a WText and call it response. It's equal to WText, and the value I'm going to display is this is a simple example, and we're going to add it to our widget hierarchy via the app root, and that's basically it. I mean, all the WText does is take in text, and then you just give it a parent. And I could set the format. That's another way you could do it. It has 3 different constructors. If we go back to the documentation, as you can see, it takes in, you can just pass in the parent, you can pass in some text and the parent, or you can pass in text, the actual format you want to use, and the parent itself. So in my example, I'm just going to display some simple text. Let's run CMake. Let's build the example. I think I've closed everything. And if you run it, our server is up and running. And this is Chrome, and I'm going to refresh the page. And as you can see, it displays simple text onto the page. This is a simple example. So that is basically what a widget text, or what a widget widget does. That's a get tongue-tied saying that. But I'm going to continue on this example in the next tutorial. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.